you can recap it when we go and stuff if you want, but because I've got to hit the button, and then we've got a 2-minute timer, I think.
Perfect. So we are doing very first fantasy mock draft of the season, for me at least. Although Zach and I did a couple of little tester best balls while we were at the draft. But this will be pick 1, 6, and 12. Zach is leading us off. I'm in the middle, and Dubs is capping us at the rear end of the snake. It's 2 minutes per pick. The other teams are going to be auto picked, so they are probably going to pick horribly because that's usually what happens.
That's the plan. That's what we're hoping for here. And I'll start us off. So format 2, Superflex Dynasty. So youth does get moved up. No kickers, no defense. They're not real people.
They're not real people.
Nope. 2 running backs, 2 receivers, a tight end, a regular flex, and then that's Superflex. So no, sorry, there's 2 flexes. I'm dumb. Anyway, let's hit start and hope I didn't mess this thing up. Yeah, good. Look, it's going. Yeah. So first pick, I'm not overthinking this. It's in a 2 quarterback league. It's Josh Allen and then everybody else. You could put Lamar there. I'm not going to argue it, but I'm taking my quarterback and keep this train moving down to you, Armchair.
And that is also an easy pick for me because as much as I love Jaden Daniels and Lamar Jackson and Jalen Hurts, I think that Joe Shiesty is actually going to have a massive year. So at the 6, I'm taking Joe Shiesty.
It's always so fun to see how these fall in a Superflex format too.
So Dubs does not have a great quarterback to pick from way at the beginning.
I almost purposely picked 12 so I could go through this instead of one of you to see, because you almost have to decide to punt or not really here. We can't hear you at all, by the way.
Dubs audio disappeared because he hit watch stream. So
yeah, that's exactly why we're back. Good call.
Yeah, here we go.
I got
so you go Amon-Ra,
and I am punting on quarterback for the moment.
You have to. That's one of 2 strategies.
As much as I am excited to see Ashton Genty start off, why he's ranked higher than Saquon, I won't know. So I'm just going to go ahead and make sure I get a running back and a receiver, and I'm going to take Saquon Barkley. Guy had a ton of fucking points last year. It's the Eagles' offense. I'll roll with it.
Yeah, it's strictly age for him at the running back position.
So Genty went at 9, CD and Neighbors at 11 and 10. Team number 7 has Jefferson and Nakua, which is a deadly wide receiver.
It really is.
I almost went with Puka and Amon-Ra, but
and I'm left kind of in the muddy middle here. I can go Brian Thomas Jr., which makes a ton of sense. I don't love the Herbert pick here. I don't know about Trey McBride right away. It seems early to pick tight end. Someone's going to.
QB is a
but I'm actually
going to go after the first round.
We're actually going to go a little bit off.
Well, you said you didn't know who was going to. I was going to say me is who's going to if he falls. Because with all the
I like him at the end of 2. Yeah.
Well, the positive touchdown regression he's going to have this year that he didn't get last year he would have been a layup there. A couple teams have already double dipped at quarterback. Which means I'm going to have to get real spicy if I want to, which I don't think I am. Bless you. I heard you. See, yeah, and this is just one of those that I'm 1,000% going to hope. I don't like picking first. That's what I'm learning right now as we go through this.
First. I'd rather pick 12.
Yeah. Especially you'll see a lot of leagues with 3rd round reversal. I don't take that much time.
It's spicy real quick.
It really
does.
You
got to pick 2. You're back to back here, remember? So
I know that because I'm looking for both. I'm pretty. Yeah, because I'm good there. You know what? I know what I'm doing. This is Dynasty. I'm gonna go ahead and lock in Brian Thomas Jr. on his 2nd year. Can only go one way. I actually love Travis Hunter being there to free him up a little bit. And then
got cut too.
Yeah, today, news. Gabe Davis got cut. I think there's a severe teardrop after this next player I'm going to take. I think there's a group of top tier receivers in the league. And there's two left, in my opinion. One of them just much older.
Yep.
God, dang it. I'm taking Nico. I'm not going to overthink this. Tank Dell's gone. They got another rookie coming in, but especially in Dynasty, I'd rather load up on receiver and figure running back out later.
I am in a position where I'm going to go quarterback here, and I'm going to take a guy who just got a brand new weapon in Jordan Love. This is not typically how I would draft this, but I don't love the idea of taking Bo Nix there. I didn't love the idea of Cam Ward. And then after that, quarterback gets real spicy real fast.
Yeah, I'm not in love with any of my quarterback choices here, but I'm going to have to get one.
It's your buddy Kyler Murray. He's right there for
I
you.
know.
I love Kyler Murray still.
That's probably what I'm going to do. Cause
I have
I'm
a
not
real
gonna go
problem.
with Purdy or Lawrence. I have Trevor Lawrence in a dynasty league, and I'm stuck with him, and I'm not doing that. So I'll go with Kyler. And then on my turn,
Nice choice.
I can't really pass this guy up. I'm going to go Jackson Smith and Jigba. The guy was getting absolutely peppered with targets at the end of the year. Sam Darnold's going to need a go-to guy there, especially with DK leaving. They're really saying he's the number one go-to guy, so I'm going to go with Jackson Smith and Jigba.
My options here are I can go for a stack and grab T. Higgins, which makes a lot of sense. I think that's a
bag.
That's a wise choice. But I am not doing that. I am
not wise.
I'm going Bucky Irving.
I love Bucky Irving. I absolutely love Bucky Irving.
My two favorite running backs are on the same team against me in this league. Anyway, sorry. Team 3 is crushing this draft with Lamar, McBride, Amarian Hampton, and Quinshon Judkins.
Yeah, they're going to pick late wide receiver. I am also picking a lot later for wide receiver. Needed that running back, though.
I'm not. So,
I
know I'm going full homer with one of these picks, and I also want to win this year. So there comes a time that you have to make a decision. And one of them is this guy is going to be good at football for this year. So I'm taking CMC. Yeah, I know. And I took him over Trey Henderson, and I may regret it, but I'll just double dip on him right here. And the more, as I'm talking out loud, I think I'm gonna.
I like that.
Yeah, because I've got one for the future and one for now. And Trey may start slow, but I think he's gonna finish the year great.
Agreed.
And then take over the job and keep it moving. And that way, neither of you two can have him. So that's the real reason I'm taking him.
Fair reasoning.
Yeah,
very fair reasoning.
Just to pull him away.
I didn't think he was going to get there to me again, but if he was, I was 100% taking him.
Yeah, I don't think he would have either. I wanted to go full homer and take Dak there, which would have been a smarter play, honestly. But I also wanted some CMC love. So
I'm going to go with a wide receiver that probably should have been better last year, but we'll see what happens. I like this offense the way they've built it, and your boy Ben at the reins, I think it improves.
So full disclosure, Rome was my pick if I went receiver there. Rome Odunze 1,000% was going to pick at receiver.
High on Odunze.
And then, he went Odunze. And then on the way back to you, it went McCarthy, Brown, Baker, Bryce Young, Michael Penix, and then back to you at 12.
You got Dak and Trevor sitting there. Trevor should have a bounce back year. I know that I'm not saying pick him. I'm just saying I think that Trevor is. People are going to sell.
I do need a second quarterback, and I hate Dak. Tua's up there with Derek Carr in terms of quarterbacks and my hatred tier, and I'm all set on rookie Jackson Dart, Justin Fields. So yeah, I think you're right. I think I do have to go Trevor Lawrence here. And then on the turnaround,
and I was actually so fun. Sometimes doing the mock while you make this pick, I like to play and see what happens, because I knew there was me and only 2 other teams that didn't have a second, or after you. I assume you were taking one.
Yeah.
It'd be Team 11 and Team 9, and I'm really flirting with disaster here, but I can also just pick up value the rest of the way, because my guess is there won't be a third coming off the board for a while. So we'll see how it goes.
I'd say you're right.
One of
Because
those
this
2
is
teams
Dynasty,
will
I'm
take
gonna
Dak,
go.
though.
I'm gonna go out on a limb here. I think I can wait a little bit on another running back, 'cause some of these young guys. So I'm gonna take my guy at tight end. I'm gonna take Tyler Warren. So I
Tyler
think
Warren.
he's going to have monster seasons with the Colts.
Did I miss something? No, I didn't. Huh. No, when you said that, and I don't care to say it, but I am surprised Loveland, just from a fantasy perspective,
He's ranked a lot
didn't go.
lower on here, but there was between those two because I would need one of the rookies. I just prefer Tyler Warren, but Loveland's a beast, and in the Ben Johnson system, he's going to eat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm going with a tight end as well. And what's a rookie quarterback's best friend? It's a pass pitching tight end. I'm going to go with
Hawkinson.
Hawk.
And this is why occasionally you gamble. I wanted to take Dak last round, and I didn't. And now Value Town has found its way home.
You get him a big late.
You gonna double up
Yep.
with Loveland?
Absolutely, maybe. No, I actually don't think I am. Especially with the news. No. Well, Dak is one of these 2 picks, but I'm going to use the clock here. I'm really struggling. I can't take another running back. It's making me regret taking Trey Henderson, to be honest. Because I always play this game there, because there I could have gone Rome. Yeah, and everything would feel differently. Also, just to mention it, DJ Moore went crazy late. I know he's older than Rome. He's only like 28 or 27, 28. That's crazy. So his fall in Dynasty is wild. I'm not taking Colson Loveland. I think this year's the year that the number 1 overall tight end will not be a rookie, as it has been the last 2 years in a row.
You're not taking Terry McLaurin right there?
I'm also
staring
not
right at
taking Terry. No, I'm not. He's gonna be my, and this is a hot take, but whatever. He's gonna be my biggest fade of the year probably. I don't know that I'll have a single share of Terry McLaurin. Historically, he's had no touchdowns, and he way overproduced the touchdowns last year. That will not replicate itself twice, especially adding
like
Debo.
Terry.
I like him too, and I was so glad he finally had a good year. But adding Debo, and then you had an all-time high. What I am going to do, though, is with the recent trade, I'm taking DK here in hopes that he can just crush it by himself.
I don't hate that at all. God, it is hard for me to want as many Bears as this, but I am going to take Colston Loveland.
Even though you have Hawk already,
ends, dude. Let's go, Armchair.
We're going 2 tight ends because I don't want you to have good ones.
Fuck, I was really hoping Chuba.
I don't.
It is less about having 2 tight ends and more about trying to play the other picks. Team 7 ends up with George Pickens. Team 8 with Tyreek Hill. Tua goes to Team 9 with a quarterback room of Tua and Baker Mayfield. That's a choice.
Sheesh.
Chuba at 10 and Williams at
it's
11.
only worse than Team 10 with Bryce Young and Cam Ward at quarterback.
That's
also not great. Yeah,
I prefer my quarterback room over that. I don't love mine, but I'd much rather that
over that. Jeez, sorry.
No Commanders hate, Jim. We're just they're going to be a great team, like football team, fantasy wise. Just saying that I think Zach is saying that he thinks that McLaurin is a fade here. I get
it. Just from where he's being drafted. Honestly, I had him on my team the last 2 or 3 years, even as a Cowboys fan. It's just he's never been a big touchdown guy, and historically, that having a massive, like literally double your touchdowns year over year doesn't stick. He'll be good. He'll be fine. But just strictly from fantasy, I will probably be fading him this year.
I really need
real football, great player.
Really need a running back here.
You're going to need a pick. You got 30 seconds.
I'm thinking I don't really like either of these guys for fantasy, but out of sheer need, I think I'm gonna go with Joe Mixon.
I think it's a great pick. He has no competition there.
Right, and Montgomery, you never know what's gonna happen with Gibbs. Like, yeah, he's awesome for touchdowns, and I know a ton of people cashed in on bets on him last year, but for fantasy purposes, I prefer Joe Mixon. Even though he fell off a cliff at the end of the year. And then here, I'm not sold on Marcus Golden, so I'm going to go Jaden Reed.
I love Jaden Reed.
It's a part of the Packers. Yes. Marcus Golden was the edge rusher from Missouri, wasn't he?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was getting ready to say. Yep. He was a defensive player, and oh my God, I thought Pacheco was going to fall in your lap, Armchair. I really did.
So close.
That was the other team that I can't believe they didn't. I mean, he's clearly going to get the ball early and often, over and over again this year.
My picks here are ugly. They are ugly. We've got Jerry Jeudy, Mike Evans, Luther Burden's there. I'm not picking another Bears wide receiver. That doesn't make any sense to me. Jaden Higgins.
Bear down, baby. Bear down.
Josh Downs is there. Ricky Pearsall's there. Like, I don't love a lot of this. Burden would be a pick for dynasty purpose for sure. But in that vein, I'm actually going to go a bit off board here, and I'm going to go Skepto.
So this is you did that strictly as a play to me, and that's fine. Because I am absolutely in love with that kid.
So
not being weird.
It's in the telephone poles. He loves it.
Yeah. But no, it was one of those things that kind of see how a draft folds. Like, Burden should have been a value there for you, but you can't go 3 Bears that quickly, that early in the draft. I really hate Team 4 because I thought Mark Andrews was going to fall in my lap at the end of the frickin' 8th round, and I was going to just scream and be happy that I have a tight end on my team.
Team 4 looks good.
Yeah. Way better than this team that I have. So, yeah, this is me full punt at tight end, boys. That's what we're doing. Full punt at tight end.
You don't want to sign up for the Kyle Pitts experience?
Absolutely not. He's officially dead to me.
Your boy Jakey's there, but it's a little early. A little early for Ferg.
Big Tucker Craft guy.
Yeah, that's the same. They're all in the same tier. And I am going to take the value on Luther Burden falling just in case he's good.
I think that's a wise choice.
Yeah, we'll see. He could be a gadget guy. He could be Kadarius Toney 2.0. We don't know. We will find out, though. And Jerry Jeudy got every target last year. This is hard not to, but I think their quarterback could be me. In case, man, I've got CMC. This team's in win now mode. Give me AK. Take Alvin Kamara. This is a win now team.
I think that's a smart pick on Kamara.
Yes. You got to make a decision sometimes. It's win now or play for the future, and I'm at the point now that I have a old player. Now I have 2 of them.
Yeah. I hate everything about where I'm at. I'm in purgatory now. This is the hard part. I'm not taking Fields or Darnold.
Come on.
I just no.
Sammy
D MVP.
I almost took Fields.
Might be the guy. I won't take Fields. Refuse to take Justin Fields.
If I didn't take Lawrence, I was gonna wait for Fields.
I hate Fields. I hate Fields with passion.
All right, so this is just completely irrelevant to you picking and talking to buy dead air. I haven't starred any of these guys that are starred, like Keon Coleman and Cortland Sutton. I don't know how they got starred, but that needs to go away. Unless it's like giving me like, you should draft this guy. No, how about no? Anyway.
You know what?
No, I don't.
You know what?
Tell me.
We're going to do it.
Yeah, you had to. I guess.
You talked yourself into Justin Fields?
I did.
I think we talked him into it.
It's the running touchdown. It's the rushing touchdown possibility, right?
Bingo.
It's hard to pass up. From a fantasy perspective, he has better upside as a rushing quarterback than he does as a passing quarterback. He can absolutely make it. worth your while. And it's way too it's late. We're in the 9th round.
We're in
So
the slums right now. God, I hate.
And
tell you what, I wasn't taking Ricky Pearsall. Not there.
it's sometimes you just decide, hey, Tucker Craft guy, he's there for you here. He will not be there again.
I know he won't.
Oh, double dipping in the pack town.
I'm pretty sure I'm gonna.
You're gonna do it.
I'm gonna do this.
There's another guy
And I'm gonna do that.
After you both pick, I'll talk about him because he falls. It's fine. Yeah, actually, I don't have to wait. DeAndre Swift, he should have been gone. If I'd have thought about it, because again, he's got nobody there against him, and I just assumed they would have drafted somebody, and they didn't.
And once again, got stolen.
Who?
Michael Pittman.
D Swift? Oh.
No, D Swift I didn't think would be there.
I was looking at Pittman
City.
as well. I got Tracy just because he was really good at the end of the year, but I know Scadabo's going to take a bunch of touches from him, especially in the passing game.
I could see those guys being 50-50 split. We'll see, though.
That's my hope with the pick.
You homer. Even though it's not your team. He took Keon Coleman. Just up north homer is why I said that. Shakir is who I thought you were going to take there.
I like Shakir, but it's Dynasty, so I'm leaning on the youth here.
Jack Betch went high. Is that where Jack Betch is going?
Yes, only because one, it's Dynasty, and two, they have no other receiver there besides Jacoby Myers.
Yeah, that makes sense.
This is going to be where the fall of Turd Ferguson stops, so I can have a tight end here. Because I liked him a lot more before we traded for Pickens today, but I'm gonna pretend that didn't happen in this draft.
Yeah.
And then, so I'm sitting here. I got 2 quarterbacks, 4 receivers, 3 running backs, a tight end. Everything in my soul is telling me I need to take another receiver here. However, I might not. Do I lean on the 1-year rental of Najee? I don't want to.
The Juwan Jennings season.
That's actually 1,000% who I think I'm going with.
Unemployed J.K. Dobbins at 133, higher than Tajay Spears.
Which stuff?
I love that.
I love that. Also, low key, I also really like Calvin Ridley this year.
Tank Bigsby's low as fuck.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna bank on. No, I'm not. I'm really torn here. Is there a chance Sam Darnold's good? I don't think he is. I'm considering taking my 3rd quarterback. If I'm taking any of these guys, I'm not taking a 3rd quarterback. Gross. I'm not doing it. I think, just so I can make my point, I think Juwan Jennings may legitimately be the one there this year, or he'll fizzle out entirely. Because it's going to be, Ayuk will not be ready early. So I'll take Juwan Jennings.
I have Ayuk in 2 dynasty leagues. When he got hurt last year, I was not a happy camper.
Brutal. That's brutal.
Yeah, not touching that. I am going full homer pick here. I'm going Stephon Diggs. Great experience, fully bought in.
I like it. So I almost went back-to-back tight ends there so I could take Kelsey. I thought he may fall even further. Team
Kobe Myers off the board. Tony Pollard at team 8. Tajay Spears, Cam Ward's 3rd favorite running back.
Devo, Kelsey, Mr. New Orleans
11.
Leggett.
Yes, sir.
Can't understand a word that man says.
Cooking raccoons in the kitchen.
That's right.
Or something like that.
I don't know. I couldn't understand him. Mumbles when he talks.
No one can.
You taking Geno or Darnold here? You need your 3rd quarterback, and they're not going to last through the rest.
I think they'll last longer than you think.
I think they're going to last one more round because they're all going to get these running backs and receivers off the board.
The thing is, yeah, there's some value falling is the real problem. I'm right there with you.
I still like a lot of these guys on the board. I'm gonna get.
How much time?
I'm gonna go Aaron Jones.
Aaron Jones. Then the unemployed JK went right after that, which is wild. Cooper Cup, yeah, Value Town falling late because he's old. Marvin Mims, Ramondre, backup Stevenson, K. Dotton, and then it's back on you, Mr. Armchair, taking the guy that I talked about a second ago. Motherfucker. And then Evan Ingram went. Sorry. Oh, that's who I wanted.
You wanted Evan Ingram?
Evan Ingram.
I did, yeah. He, tweeting out the Joker stuff. I think he's gonna be big this year. I really do. I would have got him. I almost double dipped Evan Ingram and Ferguson, but I thought he would last. Well,
he said
he didn't.
no.
He did not last. So, I am gonna take a third quarterback here and probably start to run. And just in case this, hang on, because Dak and Josh Allen are solid. Like, they're not losing their job barring injury this year, which is all I look for in my two quarterbacks. Like, you're not getting replaced unless you get hurt. With that said, in case Anthony Richardson learns how to play quarterback, I'll take a shot just because he can run.
He won't.
I know. And beyond that, and I'll get yelled at here, but because he mentioned it earlier, I'll take Tank Bigsby. He's down there for a good little ways.
I was waiting for him to fall this next round.
Him or
and
Tootin.
Shaheed went, motherfucker.
Tootin, Brooks, and Shaheed all gone.
Well, Brooks isn't playing football
Brooks,
this year.
yeah, I don't give a fuck about Brooks.
It's a stash.
Oh.
I'm also looking at this board and saying, what are we really talking about here?
Armchair Doyle said, how the fuck is Max Pacioretty still playing hockey?
That's a great question. Couldn't tell you.
Zdeno Chara legally murdered him like a decade, like even longer ago. It was like 15 years ago.
I despise this list right now.
All the guys I wanted just went. Shaheed's gone. Bigsby's gone. There's one more I'm sitting on. It's probably going to go right here. Yep. Darnell Mooney. Goodbye. God fucking damn it. Alright, well, I guess it's time to take good old Sammy D.
And then just hope that Milrow doesn't get to play.
Yep. I don't think he will.
And just because we're talking about quarterback now. Did you guys realize that Geno Smith is like the third oldest quarterback in the league?
Yeah,
That's
that tracks.
Crazy.
I did. There, when I heard, I was like, he's like 38. I'm like, wait, what?
Doesn't sound right in my brain.
No. Yeah, it threw me
wow,
off.
this
it was like,
does suck. I hate all these.
I
guess
still
I'm gonna go with Jalen Noel just because he's a rookie and.
Yeah, Jalen Noel. Yep.
Yeah.
There's a chance that there's a chance he's actually the 2, not Higgins. Those two will be battling for snaps.
I really wanted the Patriots to get Higgins, but I'm fine with Kyle Williams.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to take Royals.
There you go.
Base hit. Let's fucking go, dude. Here we go, Sox. I have a lot going on. I have Jim giving me play-by-play on the Red Sox game. I got the Celtics to my left.
I was getting ready to say, I don't know what the heck you're talking about here. All right, so we're done with all of those.
Multitasking.
I will not be taking another quarterback in the remainder of this draft.
Yeah, I won't be either.
I'm looking down.
You don't want Tyler Shuck?
Nope.
Or Shador?
I'm good on that.
I'm shocked the Saints wanted Tyler Shuck.
This is rough here. I know one of my picks here, but I don't know the other one.
He's like older than me.
Hold on, receiver 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, it's telling me I didn't have enough, but they're wrong. Yeah, I used to love Christian Kirk, and now I don't because they drafted 2 rookies.
Same.
Wow, this sucks. This sucks real bad.
Yeah, it does. The bottom 4 rounds here are fucking slim pickings. George Slim Pickens.
Yeah, yikes.
Got Amari Cooper.
I want to take him, I just can't do it. You know what? I think I'm gonna back up CMC with Garendo here. And then I'm reaching a little bit, but just in case he's good, because Tennessee has a no one at receiver. I'll take Ian Manor.
I like Ian Manor.
Mm-hmm. And the more I think about Cam Ward, he's gonna sling that thing. This could be like baby Jameis Winston this year.
I don't love
Like
any
this
of
anymore?
I don't like any of this.
No, I hate
None
all
of this
it.
is none of this is fun.
Now I'm just trying to gamble on injury. I'm like, who's gonna get hurt?
I just realized something.
I'm gonna take QJ. I don't think he has he's obviously not the one. And then I think the
Or the
rest of
two.
my draft, or the two, or the relevant. You might
I
get
was
cut
gonna
at
take
camp.
Ollie
but
Gordon.
I think that
I like Ollie Gordon.
Ollie Gordon's a great pick.
He got taken before me,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
2 picks for you. Hold on a second. Okay, never mind. I see that now.
All right, well, I'm gonna go.
Is anyone gonna pity draft Shador Sanders? No.
No,
No.
no pity picks here. I'm going with my guy, Demario Pop Douglas.
Let's go.
And
I considered him.
just because it's maybe Brian Robinson gets hurt, maybe gets shot again, God forbid. And
Yikes.
I got Austin Eckler.
Too soon. What's with this? Okay, now I thought the same team took both JK and Nick Chubb. I'm like, dude, they don't play on teams. What are you doing?
Oh,
But they
yeah,
didn't. It was
that was close.
It was still close.
I don't like any of this. I'm gonna take.
We're in round 16. We're not supposed to like any of this anymore.
It's rookie stash season. I'm gonna go Harold
There you go.
Fannin.
Ooh, okay.
Well, that was one of the two I was looking at, being completely honest. So I got one Turd Ferguson. I might as well take another one, right? So I will accidentally start the wrong tight end. Yeah, I accidentally start the wrong one all the time. And I had so much
turds.
Yeah, double turds, and so much fun doing that. And I waited so long on tight end. Not once, not twice, but thrice. I will take tight end.
Elijah Royal.
And
Another
there
guy
go
I wanted the
all the
Patriots
third
to get.
quarterbacks. Yeah, took 2 rookie tight ends, hoping one of them pans out.
Yep, I like it. Taking shots at the end of the draft. Gotta do what you gotta do.
Yep, and we're coming up on. I didn't know how many rounds to do. This is actually a pretty solid number. In a real dynasty, it would go further than 18 rounds. But this is
the one I have
so
coming up is 24.
my big one's 25. So yeah, that's usually about.
Hey,
Where we
Shador
at?
slide stopped in round 17.
No shot.
Good lord. I'm
So
telling
did Tyler
you,
Shuck.
Mr. Irrelevant in this draft will be Dylan Gabriel, the actual starter for the Browns, if he's still there.
Taking Theo Johnson because it's a crapshoot at tight end for the Giants. Who knows? He might be able to see the field. Can't say that for a lot of the guys left on the board. And then I think I should. I got Aaron Jones. I mean Austin Eckler. I think I got both of them actually. But I'm gonna go Wan'Dale Robinson. Same thing. Somebody's got to do something for the Giants.
Oh boy, the Dylan Gabriel pick is just sitting right there for me. I'm going to take.
I have 3 quarterbacks already. I'm not actually going to take Dylan Gabriel.
No, I'm not taking
or
Dylan
am
Gabriel.
I?
Noah Gray's right there for you.
Oh no, I'm not doing that. What I think I am going to do though is take Saquon's backup to end the draft. I think.
Oh, we're choking again.
This doesn't matter enough. I shouldn't be thinking this hard. I don't like any of the receivers. I don't think. Yeah, no, none of those guys. Oh, you know what? I should take Will Howard here. He might actually start. Yeah, I'm not gonna, but I should. Nope, don't like any of these guys. This sucks. This is the worst. Mr. Irrelevant will officially be. Yep.
Joe Milton.
No, Will
Joe
Shipley.
Milton.
Case
Old
Saquon
Bazooka Joe coming to take Dak's job.
Yep. Will Shipley.
There you go.
Yay! All right. Do you want to hear one by one? Let's recap these teams. One of you guys go first.
Well, I mean, look, let's take a look at your team here. You went Josh Allen in the first, Brian Thomas, Nico Collins, CMC, Travion Henderson. Got your quarterback again, Dak Prescott. Went DK, Luther Burden, Kamara,
DK in
Ferguson,
the
Jennings.
7th. Let's go.
That's a great pick there. Kamara in the 9th is also solid value. You finally got your tight end at 10. Jeremy
we were
would be
punting.
proud. That was that's a great weight. Jennings, Anthony Richardson, and then it was a bunch of stack your rookies with I.E. Manor and Ferguson and Arroyo. Grab Shipley and Garendo as the
Couple
handicaps, or as the handcuffs, and Bigsby in there. I think it's a solid team.
Yeah, there are a couple.
Josh Allen or bust works.
Yeah, it's in a top. You could say in Superflex top 4. I think it's hard not to take one of the 4 quarterbacks. And I don't really care in what order, but I would go Allen and Jackson as a tier by themselves, and then the other 2. But yeah,
that's
and
what
then,
happened with Jaden Daniels too.
Yep. And then on to here. I'll tell you what I'll do. You take his team at 6, and I'll cover yours at 12.
Okay, sounds good. Armchair, first up, you went with your boy, Joe Cool.
No, Shiesty. You know it.
The man, the myth, the legend. Followed up in the second round with Drake London. I like Drake London especially, but Penix might be a guy too. They were really linking up at the end of the year. It felt like his touchdown bet was hitting every week. Jordan Love, the second QB, obviously running the Superflex. And then you went with Bucky Irving, broke my heart. I was hoping, I knew he really wasn't going to fall to me in the 5th, but that's the game you play at the 12th pick. Roma Dunze, stole him from Zach. I know he was high on him.
Mm-hmm.
And then you doubled up at tight ends. Unprecedented move. TJ Hawkinson and Colston Loveland right back to back, 6 and 7. Cam Scatabo in the 8th. We all loved that pick. Came back around for Justin Fields. Didn't think you would do it. 3rd quarterback off the board for
We definitely guilt tripped him into that one.
Guilt tripped him into the Justin Fields pick.
It's the running touchdowns. I just hate the Jets.
Then you hit the AFC
I almost looked
for back-to-back wide receivers, Keon Coleman, Stephon Diggs. Calvin Ridley, big value pick with there. Late for a guy who's slated to be the number 1 receiver on a team. Javonte Williams, I never really know how Dallas is going to use running backs, but he's slated as the 1, right, Zach?
Yeah, he is going to be the 1, and I honestly, did not even realize you drafted him.
Yeah, that's a value pick.
Big time. Full disclosure, I would have taken him over Tank if I'd have seen it, but I was locked in on Tank Bigsby just because.
Yeah, I probably would have taken him over Aaron Jones too, or not Aaron Jones. Yeah, Aaron Jones. That was what I went with there. Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Darnell, that's the wrong team. Jalen Royals, rookie for the Chiefs. We like rookies, dynasty drafts, get as many as you can. Quentin Johnston, who I fucking hate. We have a history over the last couple of years in fantasy. Anytime I need him to do anything, he just shits right down his leg. And then anytime he's on my bench is when he's catching his few touchdowns of the year. And then Harold Fannin, just stocking up for the future with Harold Fannin, Tez Johnson, and Xavier Restrepo. Restrepo went undrafted, right?
Yes, he did. He went undrafted, and his quarterback called and said, "I'll make them sign you if you can just pretend to be fast."
Yeah. Just get out of the chair a little quick when you stand up.
Run a little.
Sign the pen.
All right.
Go quick with it.
Then back of the draft, you almost have to punt quarterback unless you're going to start with Caleb Williams in the 1st round, which is never fun.
Nope.
So after the top 2 went, you went Amon-Ra. Just curious, is that just your guy?
He's my guy. I've had him every year the last few years, so it was a bit biased.
Yep, that's all good. I just was curious because him over Neighbors and Lamb and really just those 2.
I feel like Nakua too, probably.
Nakua too, yeah, but with him having Devontae there, that's the only one I'm worried about this year. Anyway, and then Saquon, pairing him with Saquon. Saquon's a layup there if you're going to go with Genty. And then your favorite quarterback of all time, both of them I like with Kyler Murray and T-Law.
2 faces.
The JSN, JSN falling to you at the end of the 4th, I thought was wild.
I could not deny taking him there.
No, because I considered him when I took Nico. it was him, Marvin Harrison, or Nico. But yeah, that's great. 6th, you took your boy Tyler Warren because you liked, and then in the 7th, Joe Mixon. That's Value Town too, just because of his age.
Yeah, I needed another back pretty desperately there too.
The most talented receiver in Green Bay, Jaden Reed. Hopefully they can
100%.
just leave him in the slot. They have all slot receivers, and then Watson on the outside. Is that just what they're gonna do? Like they just have a little bunch of slotty routes across the middle for everybody?
Or we running drags and slants.
That's wild. Bunch of screens, I guess.
Yep. Bubbles.
Yep. So that was headed back at the start of the 8th. Then the 9-10 turn, you got Tracy to split the backfield with Thunder Lightning in New York. They used to do with Bradshaw and, oh my God,
Brandon Jacobs.
Jacobs, yeah. And then Kraft. I think I guilted you into that one because you said something about him earlier.
A little bit, but I do love Tucker Kraft.
So that was.
I was flexing with 2 tight ends in one league for a while last year, and Tucker Kraft was one of them.
Who was the other tight end they have? Because you had to decide for that one.
Musgrave.
Musgrave. Yeah, it is
Luke Musgrave. Yeah.
It is Musgrave. Yep. Yeah. Because I thought it was gonna be. I was on the Musgrave side for a while, and then he got hurt, and he's dead now.
Yeah, he's dead.
To them anyway. Luke Musgrave. I hope you're not actually dead. That'd be weird. You got country cooking Xavier Leggett that can't speak English. He's the coach for the SCLSU Mud Dogs. Xavier Leggett. And God, nobody the Waterboy reference.
No, it was fantastic.
I loved it. I chuckled.
And then, yeah. So here's the thing: and this old running backs are great. If you can just sit there and wait and not like, if you just want to make a play, have a couple young ones, couple old ones. That is the move I'm noticing because I mean Mixon's not old, but that's way too late for him.
This team might obviously be looking for running backs in the rookie draft next year because God is it an old running back room, but I think we can get by a year or two.
I'm right there with you, dude. I've got CMC and Kamara, so
yeah, I'm
with you. Then all right, so after him, that was that turn. Oh my God, Sammy D, and then again you just fill spots at the end. Jalen Noel, who. It's him or Higgins is going to be the 2 there. Nobody knows yet. Pop Douglas, deep route guy. And hold on, where did Drake May go? I meant to look at this. Both of you guys being Pats fans.
Early.
He went 1 pick in front of me. I was going to start 1,000%. He was going to be my pick in the 2nd round, without hesitation.
That was the quarterback I was thinking about at the turn, but then I was like, nah, I need to take Saquon.
It seems early, but
it felt early, but yeah. Then when I got to fucking Kyler Murray and Trevor Lawrence, I was like, yeah, shit, I should have done it. I would have felt better about it.
Yeah. Sorry, I cut you. Pop Douglas, and then the corpse of Austin Eckler, and then Theo Johnson, and then Wan'Dale Robinson. So you love the Giants.
Too much Giants, but somebody has to do something on offense.
It's going to be
elimination.
Malik Neighbors.
It's at the one-man Malik Neighbors show.
We are
selling the fuck out of this basketball game. Boys,
that was fun.
It was.
That was a good time. You're going to see more fantasy content from Zach and myself. We're going to be linking up to sometime next week, probably.
For sure.
Sometime next week, we'll connect and we'll start doing some rankings. Get you guys our top 10s, top 20s, and more mock drafts. If you want to participate in mock drafts, join the Discord. That's how we get you in there.
And we'll do real drafts too, eventually.
We do real drafts, real live ones.